Hello Mummas and Dadas, welcome back to my channel. As we all know, there's a viral going on these days, and a lot of parents are getting worried and confused whether it's COVID or viral. And it's natural to get worried because the symptoms for both COVID and viral are quite similar to each other. Even our kids got the infection, got the fever and all that, and we asked our doctor whether we should get our kids checked, the blood tests done or not. And yes, we did the blood tests, and thankfully the tests turned out to be negative. It was not the COVID, it was just a viral that has been running around in the environment. It's a huge deal taking care of three different kids with three different age groups having different symptoms, and hence different treatment approaches. I know exactly how a parent feels when a child falls sick. I have even heard parents say it's better that if we fall sick, if we have all the fever and cold and cough, but let the kids be safe, and it's totally understandable. We feel the same way too. I am a mom too, you're right. So today in this video, I'm going to share with you what you should do and what you should not do if your child has a viral fever, cold and cough. First of all, let me tell you that if your child has fever or cold and cough, please just do not assume that it might be viral fever and not the COVID. Please consider getting your child tested for COVID, and then you can make a proper informed decision which way you should go, what you should do and what you should not. You get a better idea that way. All the home remedies and treatment methods that I am going to discuss in this video today are strictly for the ones having viral fever only. If your child is having any kind of difficulty breathing, or if you think that your child was energetic just a moment before, and now he's feeling quite low, he's not having energy at all, he's feeling very discharged, you should talk to your pediatrician right away. Please don't a moment longer. Please go and get your baby checked as soon as possible. When a child has nasal congestion, they will not be able to sleep properly. We adults go through the same thing. When we have nasal congestion, when we have blocked nose, we aren't able to sleep properly as well. But we are adults and we know how to blow our nose, we know how to adjust our sleeping position, so we get comfortable enough to sleep in. But toddlers and young children, babies, cannot do that. They just don't know how to blow their noses, they don't know how to find the comfortable positions for themselves to sleep in, and that makes it quite a difficult time. When your child has nasal congestion, that is blocked nose, they will not be able to sleep properly, they will not be able to eat properly, they just don't want to be fed, and they might even have difficulty breathing. In fact, the newborn babies who breastfeed even reject to be breastfed. So it is very important that you know how to clear that congestion, how to clear that blocked nose, so that they are able to breathe properly, so that the breastfed babies are able to breastfeed, are able to suck, and everything goes on normally. So the first thing that you should consider doing is saline nasal drops. It is the most easiest way of a parent to clear the nasal congestion in babies. All you have to do is give 2 to 3 drops of nasal spray in each of the nostril of your baby, and there they have a clear nostril. Sometimes what happens is the mucus in the nose gets thickened. The more time it stays in the nose, the thicker it gets. So at that point of time, what you should do is you should first give some nasal spray to your baby, and then wait for a moment, let that sink in, let that dilute that mucus a bit, and then you can use nasal aspirator for your baby to suck that mucus out of your baby's nose. So there are basically two different kinds of nasal aspirators, and I have both of them, so I'm gonna show you. First one is this. There's a cap, you have to open it, and all you have to do is simply press it and then put it near your baby's nose, and then remove the suction, and all of the mucus inside the nose gets into it. It is very easy to wash. You can even sterilize it in your sterilizer, and there it is. It is one of the best investment, and it gives your baby instant relief from nasal congestion. Now the another kind is this. That was from Pigeon, and this is from the brand Nasal Buddy. It has a very great packaging. It has a little fabric bag kind of thing to hold it in. All you have to do is place this portion on your baby's nose and hold this portion in your mouth and create a suction, and that way your baby's mucus gets sucked up all over here. Now you don't have to worry of mucus getting into your mouth because you are sucking it, because there is a nasal filter over here. They even give you 20 more filters like this that you can change. Once this one gets dirty, all you have to do is open it up, change it, and use a new one. So these are the two different types of nasal aspirators. Please buy one as soon as possible because it is a must have. If your baby has any discomfort, it gets relieved very very fast by using these. Now the second remedy is keeping your baby's head elevated while sleeping. Keeping your baby's head elevated helps the airways to be clear and minimizing any kind of discomfort because of the stuffy nose. Now moving on to the next remedy, that is our third remedy, steam. Steam is a very beneficial one and it works really well. However, I must give you a heads up that kids and steam does not go very well. Kids does not like to have steam. They find it very irritating, but it is very beneficial. If your baby has cough, it dilutes the cough, it melts down the cough, and it makes it really easy for them to relieve the congestion and feel very comfortable. All you have to do is use the steam vaporizer. What we did when we did not have the steam vaporizer was we just simply boiled some water in a pan and we placed our baby near it. We made sure that the doors and the windows in the room was closed and there was no running fan, so the water has its that steamy effect for longer, and our baby could inhale the steam for longer. Also, while doing this, you have to make sure that you are holding your baby's hand and legs securely so that your baby does not get burned by the hot water. But you have to make sure that your baby inhales the steam. If you think that you are sitting far away and the steam is not reaching your baby, then what you can do is you can hold your baby and you can get inside a towel with your baby and put that pan inside the towel and cover it, create that bubble, create your own bubble using a towel so the steam doesn't get out of that space, and that way it will be much more effective. So the next point, that is our fourth point, is breastfeeding. If your baby breastfeeds, or if your toddler is a breastfeeding toddler, then it is a possibility that they might reject to breastfeed because they have cold and they have that discomfort because of the blocked nose. But now that you know how to relieve the congestion, how to make them feel comfortable again, you should try that and keep on offering to breastfeed as much as possible, because the mother's body produces a lot of antibodies that are helpful in this kind of viral fever, cold and cough, and helps your baby to fight off, to build the immunity and to fight off these kind of diseases. So it is very important that you continue to breastfeed your baby. If even after clearing out your baby's nasal, you're giving your baby treatment for blocked nose, if still your baby is not accepting the breast, then you can always express the breast milk and feed it to your baby by using the spoon feeding technique. If you don't know how to spoon feed the baby yet, you can check out my video on how to spoon feed the baby. I'll put a link over here so you can check it out. Along with cold and cough, a viral flu often comes with a fever as well. But just because your baby's body is feeling warmer than usual, it does not mean that your baby has a fever. You should always consider checking your baby's body temperature using a thermometer, and you should not give any medication if your baby has anything below 100. If your baby has a mild fever that is between 100 to 102 degrees of Fahrenheit, then only you should start the medication, plus anything prescribed medication that your doctor has prescribed to your baby. If your baby has high fever that is above 103 degrees Fahrenheit, then you should call your pediatrician right away and start the cold compresses using a wet washcloth. Now the sixth remedy works wonder. Sixth remedy is a mustard oil massage. How our body aches when we have cold and fever all together. Yeah, the babies feel same way too, and they might feel even worse because they don't know how to cope with that pain, with that body ache. So it's best to soothe them by giving them a warm mustard oil massage. All you have to do is take some oil in a pan, warm it, and add some garlic cloves to it, and just warm it a little bit and give warm mustard oil massage to your baby. You should first check the warmth of mustard oil on your wrist so that your baby does not get burnt, and you're good to go. Now, the seventh step and kind of an important one is dressing your baby light, comfortable clothes. I have seen a lot of parents who, I don't know for what reason, dress their baby in thick, uncomfortable clothes when their baby has fever. They will keep the fan of the room off. They will keep their babies covered up using some sheets or something. And it is absolutely not prescribed, it is not recommended at all. I am here breaking your myth and telling you guys to dress your kids in light, breathable outfits, so that your kids feel comfortable. You don't have to keep the fan in the room off because your baby has fever. Instead, you should keep the fan running, keep the room's temperature regulated so that your baby's body does not get overheated. Trust me, the overheating body is not going to do any good. Instead, it is going to do more harm than good. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Talking of dressing up, if you have a walking baby who just wants to get out of bed and walk for some time, you should remember to put footwear on. Because what happens is kids get cold when they walk barefooted on the cold floor. Now, the eighth tip and myth that I would like to break is that I have seen a lot of parents not preferring to bathe their baby if they have the fever. Well, if your baby has fever, it is just as important to keep your baby fresh and clean by giving them a fresh, warm bath. Not bathing your babies when they have fever is unhealthy. Bathing helps the body to regulate the temperature. Now, the ninth, again, one of the most important tip is to keep your baby's nutrition and liquid in check, liquid intake in check. You have to make sure that your baby is getting proper nutrition along with proper amount of liquids. If your baby is a breastfed liquid, then you have nothing to worry about. All you have to do is consistently breastfeed your baby as much as you can. But if your baby eats solid food, then it's normal to have some kind of pain in the tonsils. We do too. We are adults, but we do feel some pain in our tonsils when we have fever and cold. And the same thing happens with our kids, and they get reluctant to eat food because of that discomfort. So make sure that you are offering them something easy to eat that is not going to take much of the effort to eat, like khichdi or dalia. It works best. Make sure that the food is liquidy in texture and does not require much of the effort. You can add vegetables in it, and mesh them properly so that you are making sure that they are getting proper nutrition, but without any effort. Also, you have to make sure that they are drinking a lot of water. The more the water they drink, the easy it is going to be for them to surpass the fever and all of the viral thing that has been going on in their body. Now, my last tip that might not sound as important to you, but it is, trust me, baby wearing. Baby wearing is very important because it gives your baby comfort and it soothes the baby instantly, just like that. And with all the cough and fever that your baby has been dealing with, it is a very uncomfortable time for your baby, and your baby just want to stay close to you, maybe on your lap, and just close to you. I can understand that you as a parent have a lot of other work too. You have to cook dinner, you have your other stuff that you have to deal with as well. But at this point of time, you have to understand that the kid needs you the most, and you are the only thing that is going to make him feel comfortable right now. So please don't get irritated on them. Parents have a tendency to, they get irritated, and it's natural to get irritated when you are not getting any other work done, and if someone asks you to hold the baby the entire time and all of the other stuff is is pending, a lot of work has been piling upon you, it is natural to get irritated, but still you have to be calm and composed right now, because the kid needs you, and it is the only thing that is going to make your kid feel the most comfortable. Now, moving ahead, I'm going to share a few medicines that our doctor prescribed to our baby. Now, I will recommend you to get these medicines checked with your pediatrician first, because everybody's body is different, every baby is different, and doctors prescribe different medicines according to every baby's needs. So, if you think that your baby has a similar condition, then still you should get these medicines checked with your pediatrician first before giving it to your baby. Now the first medicine is Mextra drops. Mextra drops. Any medicines drops are given to a baby that is younger than 6 months. I used to give 10 drops of Mextra drops to Namah when he was younger than 6 months. After 6 months, when he had cold once again, doctor changed Mextra drops to Mextra syrup, and initially we used to give him 2.5 ml. Generally, the calculation that doctors prefer is 1 ml for 3 kgs. That is, if your baby's weight is 9 kgs. Suppose if your baby's weight is 9 kgs, then doctors are supposedly going to prescribe you 3 ml of the particular medicine. It goes that way generally. Now that my baby's weight is more than 10 kgs, we give him 5 ml of dosage. Mextra drops are for the cold, that is anything related to nose, sneezing, and everything. But if your baby has cough, that is down here in the chest, he is feeling discomfort, then the medicine that our doctor prescribed was Levolin Plus. Another medicine that our doctor prescribed was Levolin inhaler. You have to give 2 pumps of this inhaler every 2 hours, gradually increasing the time span. 2 pumps 2 hourly for first 3 days, and then you have to give 2 pumps 3 hourly the next 3 days, and so on and so forth. The next medicine is P250 for fever. If your baby has mild fever, you should give P250, and if your baby has high fever, then doctors prescribe ibuprofen that has paracetamol combination together in it. You should never give these two medicines, that is P250 and imol, all together. You should give P250 only when if your baby has mild fever, and imol, that is a combination of ibuprofen and paracetamol, if your baby has high fever that is more than 102 degrees Fahrenheit. So guys, that was all for today's video. I hope you liked this video, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a big fat thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Don't forget to press the notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you have any doubts and queries, don't hesitate to shoot down in the comment section below. I will make sure to answer them all. Or you can also ping me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is mentioned in the description box below. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep kids safe as well. Bye. Happy mommy time.